Hi, I'm Carrie, and you've landed on Carrie's Crochet Corner. I'm going to show you the wave stitch using this loops and thread cuddly craft tube. Here's a sample that I've worked up with regular worsted weight yarn, but see the magic that will happen with this cuddly, cute yarn from Loops and Thread. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my videos that come out. All right, let's get started with the wave stitch. Slip knot, I'm using a G hook in US terms. We're going to chain a multiple of 9 plus 3. So for this example, I'm going to do 27 plus 3, which is 30. I have 30, 27 plus 3 chains, single crochet in the first stitch. The single crochet, you're going to put your hook through that stitch, top loop, grab the yarn, pull up that loop, and go through both loops. Now we're going to single crochet in the next 4, which will give you a count of 5. All right, to the top of the wave, let's dive in and put 3 right there. 1, 2, 3. That's the top of our wave. Now we're going to do 3, 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. That will be 3. So it's really in sets of 3. At the bottom, you're going to skip 2 chains and go 3 single crochets, 1 in each of the stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're at the top of the next wave. 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now we're going to go down the wave. 1, 2, 3. Now when we're at the bottom, you always skip 2 stitches. 1, 2, crochet 3 up the wave. Now I'm at the top. 1. When you have your first row or first row wave, you're going to start off with doing 5 on that final down, going down the wave for that first initial row. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to chain 1. Let's take a look at this. All right, chain 1, turn your work. Now, for the rest of this work here, you're going to be working in the back loops. Let's pick apart those stitches here. This is the front loop, and right here is the back loop. So those are the back loops. the loop furthest away from you. So we are going to decrease. Now, to decrease, you're making these first 2 stitches into 1. So we go into that loop, draw up a loop, into the next one, draw up a loop. Now you have 2 into 1, and you go through all 3. Now we're going to go up the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. So 1 crochet here, single crochet, 2, 3, and 4. So your first wave at the beginning of each row is going to have a decrease and then 4 single crochets. And then you'll be at the top of your wave and then put 3 there. 1, 2, 3. I need 1 more there. So, now I'm going to go down 3, skip 2 until I get to the end. Meet me when you're at the top of your last wave. Okay, so we had a decrease, 4 single crochets up, 3 at the top, 3 going down, skip 2, 3 going up, 3 at the top, go down 3 single crochets, skip 2, go up 3 and 3. So when you get to the end of your row, and this is great for blankets, so when you get to the end of that row, you're going to go down 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to decrease on our last 2. All right, so I have 2 stitches left. You can see 1, 2 here. To decrease, let's go to that back loop, pull up a loop, go into the last stitch, pull up a loop. Now it looks like you have 3 stitches, loops on your hook, yarn over and go through all 3. Now you've decreased those 2 stitches into 1, and then you're going to chain 1. We're going to do 2 more rows just like we did before, so I'm going to decrease again. Go up 4 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of those. 3 single crochets at the top of the wave. And then 1 single crochet, 3 in all going down the wave. And then I'll skip 2. So I'll do this for 2 more rows. So I'll finish this row, and then I'll do another row, and I'll show you what we do on the 5th row. I'm finishing up my 4th. It's your 5th row, but I think of it as the 4th row after you do that foundation row. All right, so going to single crochet 4 going down, and then decrease on my last 2 single crochets here. 1 more, and then I'll do a decrease. All right, decrease. Chain 1. It's looking nicely, eh? Right? All right, so we're going to turn our work. And then for the next row, we're going to slip stitch under each loop, the back and the front. And we're not going to decrease for this row, which is technically the 6th row, but I might think of it as the 5th after that foundation. So we're going to go through both loops like this, and you're going to try to do this loosely. To slip stitch, we pull up that loop, and then we're going to pull it through the loop that's already on the hook. Let's do that again. And I pull that through. This is going to create a nice raised stitch on your blanket that will kind of pop with the final row that you're going to do for this repeating pattern. I think of this pattern as almost like a one row repeat because it really is the same throughout the blanket with all the threes that you're counting. So we're just going to slip stitch all the way to the end. Meet me when you're done with that and I'll show you how to do the final row for this repeating pattern. All right, I've slip stitched along each stitch on this row and I'm going to chain one at the end here, turn my work. Now this next row, the final row of the repeating pattern, we are going to leave these loops alone here. You see that? That's where we slip stitched. Instead, we're going to decrease on the previous row. So it's a little hard to get started because that first stitch gets kind of squeezed and squished. So I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to go under this one right here. So I'm just gonna... Now I'm under that stitch there, draw up a loop, and then this stitch will be much easier. Draw up another loop. Now I've got 3. We're decreasing. Yarn over, go through 3. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Well, I'm going to go single crochet up 4, but working the previous row. Doing everything the same, just working in this stitch from the previous row. Now I'm at the top of the wave here. Do 3 here. And if I turn the work and show you, see how that's popping up there nicely. That would be a nice detail on a blanket. So again, just do that back loop of the previous row. I'm going to skip 2 here. Go to that next stitch and do single crochet up 3 of these stitches. Being careful to do it on the previous row and leaving the slip stitch alone. 3 here. So meet me when you're done with that. And all right, I'm at the end. So I'm going to decrease. This is where it gets, again, a little tricky because it's squished. Pull up a loop on that back loop. And then I'm just going to move it around and find it. Looks like it's right here. There. Pull up a loop. Now I have 3. Yarn over, go through all 3. And that's one round of the wave stitch. You could switch colors and do a different color. You could do it all one color. So you would keep repeating these. Technically, there's 7 rows. So happy waves. Hope you grab your yarn, go to the beach, crochet, and happy crocheting. Thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, Carrie's Crochet Corner.